bag. Mike! Two bandits. Watching Bluey!
This episode is called Stickbird.
What up, party people, and welcome
There he is.
to episode 145
Oh my god.
Two
We talk a lot.
Bandits Watching Bluey. I'm your good pal, Greg Painter.
That's true. I see him right there.
And with me,
He's still here.
he's got a beautiful head. And his name is...
Wait, I have a beautiful head.
Yeah, I'm never going to rip it off and throw it in the ocean.
Oh, okay. I got it. Holy cow.
And his name is...
I go, I'm Mike Martin. What's up?
Buddy.
How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah.
Had a lovely evening last night.
Look well rested.
Now I'm here.
Yeah.
And excited to talk Bluey. And I'm proud of us, Mike.
Why?
We've done it.
Yeah, we did.
For the first time.
High five.
For the first time since we said we're going bi-weekly with these episodes.
We're actually doing
we actually did it.
We're committing
and didn't make it a tri-weekly release. So we did it, friends.
Right. If
We're here. We're committed.
We're just
doing
take a moment and
this.
applaud. Just applaud with us. It's okay. We're doing this. I got you.
We are. We're here.
Growing up is tough, folks.
Growing up is tough. Everything is tough in this episode. This is a trigger. We are here to talk about Stickbird.
Wait.
And there's a lot. I've got so many notes. And
It's
so many thoughts.
all over, man.
And so many feels.
Okay.
But before I get to any of that,
Yeah, we got
we've got a wild journey to take here.
Okay.
When we talk about what our friends at WikiBluey have to say.
Hey, Greg,
Yeah?
what's a stickbird?
On the beach, Bingo and Dad get creative when they find a stick shaped like a bird's head. That is how that
Minimalistic.
synopsis ends.
Minimalistic.
But
Point. Unless
somebody done did an edit on WikiBluey.
No.
And it's pending full compilation release, but it's sitting there as like synopsis number 2. Edited. Does not. I tried to find, and if you're the person who did it, let us know. Tried to find who edited it, but we have.
Oh, is it on there?
And
It's like
friend.
pending, and you get to read it.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, your eyebrows are so eyebrowy right now.
I'm gonna get like 5 words into this, and you're already gonna be like, "Come again?" Bluey and Bingo are at Currimundi Lake having a stick throwing contest. You think you heard me? Right? Currimundi Lake.
Okay.
Obviously.
Did you Google that for me too?
Ask me
dude.
another question in a few seconds. The kids are not very good at throwing, so Mom steps in and teaches them how to do it right.
Okay.
While Bluey keeps practicing,
Yeah.
Bingo snaps Dad out of his melodramatic mood,
Whoa.
and they go
Nice.
out looking for more sticks. Bingo finds a stick shaped like a bird's head, and she and Dad use it to create a beautiful sand sculpture. The end.
Is there more? Oh, I didn't
That's
know
a
which chapter we were on.
2-paragraph.
Heck yeah.
So whoever did that, that's way better than on the beach, Bingo and Dad get creative when they find a stick.
I'm just full applaud mode today. Kudos.
Did you have another question?
No.
Currimundi
actually.
Lake is
Oh,
a coastal lagoon near Currimundi Beach, north of, I'm butchering, I'm waiting for it to get called out again.
Waiting for those fences, dog.
Near Caloundra in Queensland,
Mm-hmm.
connected to Lake Kawana via the Rutula Canal System.
10 out of 10,
Nailed it
would
all.
recommend.
Offering calm waters for swimming, boating, and water sports. And now you know.
Now I know. There
You
wasn't
know
a lot
the
of
rest of the story.
There was not a lot of boating or water sports happening out in that water.
There was
though.
not. It was a very.
It seems
I want a beach
secluded.
like that. Exactly. I remember you have Ocracoke Beach down to the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
Nobody out there, just you and your thoughts.
Just miles of sand there.
Miles
Except
and
for
miles
these
and miles and
random
smiles.
punk teenagers that show up.
Oh, we'll get to them. I've never in my life built a sandcastle as nice as the one that Bingo and Bluey have at the start of this episode.
Oh, their sandcastle?
It's got flourishes. It's got shells. It's
Their sand game is on point in the Healer household.
It's solid.
With everything. The heart that they create is just like the most symmetrical looking little smiley face
smile.
heart.
No footprints in the middle of it where they drew the smiley face.
Yeah,
That's
Bingo's is.
impressive. Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, Bingo
All
got
right.
like she does the eyes and the smile, and Bluey does. You can see the outline of where she steps where she did the heart.
Good animating because I
Of course.
missed that. I'm curious.
Melodramatic dad. Aw.
So I love this because we don't get this often. We every now and then get the arcs in this,
Yep.
where it's very clearly the 3 episodes in a row our 3 episodes in a row. We're getting this time because last episode was relax.
Yep.
We've relaxed. Now we're at the beach.
That's a different
Next
beach,
episode.
Because you don't see a...
Now I'll see how bluey powers you have.
What?
Do you know how this episode connects into next episode?
What's the next episode that we're getting into?
Show and tell.
Show and tell. What's the show and tell episode? It's one of those not seen very often in my head.
Show and tell.
Hey, Greg, what's a show and tell?
Show and tell is the episode where Bingo has a little crab claw that she wants to bring into show and tell class, and Chili is chasing Bingo and Bluey
with a
crab
crab
claw on the
Look at
beach.
you. Are they actually being linear for us for the first time in 145 episodes?
Our crazy red line drawing is just a straight arrow right now.
Oh, that's such a relief, man. That's like saying you do a podcast bi-weekly, and we almost made it tri-weekly. So that's not today. Dang it, crab claw, coming home.
We also get Chili. Chili's got her book. She's finally reading her book on how to relax.
Is that
on
the same
beach.
book?
I've decided it is.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm not going to vet that fact. I'm gonna just trust our being this deep in the bluey waters. I'm gonna say that yes.
So, I am gonna kick in a fan theory here.
Okay.
Just because we're early in the episode,
It's
and throwing
okay,
out
though, 'cause
theories, but I think this lines up well. It's very interesting to me how in Relax, Chili she couldn't do that, and Bandit was whatever, just chill, it's fine. Whatever happened to
In
Bandit,
that 24-hour span.
he got a phone call. He got a phone call with some bad news, and friend of the podcast and Patreon, Zach sent a fan theory in, and it is a very long, very detailed theory. So I'm going to just summarize it. His belief is that Bandit, as an archaeologist, made a discovery. Found a new type of dino or a new type of doggo or something. It was like big. It was a huge deal. He just published his report and paper on it. And then upon further review, what he found was a offshoot of something that already existed. It wasn't necessarily the big discovery, the big break that thought it was.
I could see that.
And he just found out. He got the email. He got the phone call. And because that would make sense. You put something out in the comment later. You put something out in the world. Even if it's beautiful, it's not yours anymore. So whatever he put out kind of got ripped apart by somebody.
In some sense, yeah. It wasn't what it was cracked up to be, that he thought it was going to be. That, or like somebody else used what he found and like got more fanfare for it or something like that, and like did extra digging. Or yes, I completely can see that being the case.
It's still
because there's no distinct answer, of course.
Yeah. And I feel like because there's a lot of people believe, oh, he was upset about the house stuff. But
Shirley would be up in arms.
She would, yes, because she was more upset about that than he was. He was like, all right, we're doing this, let's go.
And it was, and I don't think Shirley would have said, hey, healer, let it go.
I do like that too, like the snap of the healer, like the whole calling you by your last name thing.
Yeah, that happens a lot in our household of just like, yo, like, come on, what are we doing?
That's good.
Like, you're missing all the fun.
I'm
sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't like that phrase and mentality a little bit of just somebody is like in their head down in the dumps, like this is frontal lobe, like the thing he's thinking about, and it's just cheer up. Being sad. You're missing all the fun. It almost
makes it worse.
It totally does, because he's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna take this thing that's really depressing right now and just let it go and be able to have like it's a very difficult thing to do, but it depends on how you handle those stressful situations, of course.
Exactly.
So he had to have gotten that phone call within the past hour,
and I think that also explains why he has to move for a new job. Is like, I'm mad at this place. I don't like this thing now.
That's true.
Let's go.
They haven't had that like. I'm accepting offers after interviews that I'm having with people now. It's like, oh, maybe I should figure something out. ... Like, yeah, that's a tough mindset to be in for Bandito, as we call our boy.
No offense to Bingo and Bluey. How do you not know how to throw? Those are some weak for. I'll give Bingo. Because Bingo's what now?
5? That means Bluey's walking around at like 8.
Yeah. Gotta be able to throw a hair better than that, bud.
Yeah, that's because that first shot went up and behind. I think.
Bingo's went backwards,
and Bluey's just kind of went up and
up down.
I'm trying to remember like any episode where mean, she has even if you go back to like the first 5 episodes, where, like Keep You Uppy, she's got the motor skills for like volleyballing. Like
True.
it's there. Where's the hooking? You have to have thrown. There's got to be some sort of throwing somewhere in the first 144 episodes of this darn show.
Now, I know I'm being very obscure with some of my things here, but that's what we
I'm
do.
here for it. Yes.
How long, if I set up a stopwatch
Okay.
and gave you a stick
Yep.
and a rock, would
Yep.
it take you to plant that stick into loose sand
Okay.
and put a rock on it perfectly without it tilting? That
Ooh.
the physics of her putting that rock on top of that stick is
Just
like
monkey singing songs, mate.
no. Then what does that make us?
Oh. Podcast hosts.
Oh, okay.
Of course, talking about those monkey singing songs, mate.
I do like to. We always get a throwback, like a line that we're gonna call back on later, and we get a few of them.
Yeah.
In this episode, like you said, that I know you weren't a big fan of the line, but you're missing all this.
Yeah.
We get the throwback a little bit later with Bingo.
Yep. Well,
Come on, Snappy, you're missing all this, and then we also get the throwback of learning how to throw.
Yeah.
Like the throwback of throwing.
Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. It's interesting because you can tell that it is in his brain and all this kind of stuff, but he also wants to be the dad that he is too. Like you see it in his he is zoned out. It's like I'm sorry, what? And then he realized it happens with Bingo, and she's like, "You want to race?" And he's zoned out for a second again. And he's like, "Oh
Let
yeah,
it go,
of course
bud."
I will." Like, come on, he wants to be there. He does. And kudos to Chili going to the I'm going to teach him to throw. Where she's like, "Come on, snap out of it, man." I'm like, we'll figure this out. But also, she takes the reins and is like, "Come on, kids, I'm going to teach you how to throw." And
Exactly.
she's letting him kind of schwitz it out too. So it's such a healthy relationship quality that you see in that moment for both of them respecting. Like, oh, he's really feeling it right now.
Because it very
Hey, come
much
on,
could be
kids.
like. Not Bingo just I'm not in the mood right now. Can you just go grab this? It was like, all right, let's go. Let's
Yep.
do this. It's nice.
Legit. I love
Bandit,
that.
always bandits. We're off. We got to find the perfect stick to throw.
Mermaid Dad too.
And we
So he was trying to be fun. He's like, "Make me a mermaid right now. That's cool." And they did.
It's almost like he didn't realize either, because when he gets up, he's like, "Wait, what?"
"Oh."
But we don't find a good throwing stick.
Mm-hmm.
We find a stick that looks like a Stickbird head.
Freaking Bingo healer. I swear to you, man. Like, she's gonna go on and major in so many things in college because her love for birds is so. You got the duck cake, you got the Stickbird, but and also she's got leaves and botany. Like, she's gonna be freaking crushing the medical world, the
This
natural world, I guess.
little veterinarian
Yeah.
healer dog.
Got a problem with your plants? Bring it in too. I'll take care of those.
Sure, why not? Again, impressive Stickbird. Just
Yes.
they know how to sculpt with sand
That's
pretty
what I
well.
mean.
But again, Dad's still out, staring out at the ocean, just kind of lost for a moment.
Oh, that stare, man.
A million mile stare. This is big. This isn't a tiny issue. This is course of your career changing development type of stuff.
It's you could tell similar. I mean, the analogy here with the Stickbird, of course, is he created something in his head that he thought was beautiful. Like I did this. This is look at this thing. Heck yes, it's a piece of sand that looks like a bird and the head that looks like a Stickbird. It's fantastic, and we made this.
And it's too beautiful to throw. So they
Those
run off,
darn
find a
kids.
bunch of sticks,
The rivals.
and then biscuits. I was about to say you threw out the bunch of teens. You think these are a little bit older
I would
kids?
say, no, I wouldn't say teenager. I would say maybe just around Bluey's age, maybe a little bit older, getting close to
I
that.
think that third one is a youngin too, because it's just stare.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Poor Bingo.
To where if it was a true teenager, they would have run by and just kicked the heck out of it and kept running like that.
When I saw them running up too, I was like, oh no, they're just gonna kick the heck out. And they walk by, I was like, oh okay. Oh
Sneaky
no.
one get them right in the feels because that's the thing she found. That was her discovery. That was her archaeological
Creation.
find.
She made art.
And then
and
she was
it's
able to create the whole
destroyed.
thing with it, with the sand. And they took the one vital thing that was important about it,
Just
just
Bingo
left behind the beauty portion too.
dropping the pieces, and then Bandit's just like, oh no. I know
Farts.
Yeah.
That's
This episode.
because now he's got to be dad. This is This is where you got to push your stuff aside.
Fun painter household fact.
I'm here for it.
This is Olivia's least favorite episode.
You mentioned that
by a million billion miles.
You mentioned that
Our
before we
house
recorded this.
has only watched this episode once.
Did
This
you
is
watch it on
this is
TV when you watched it today?
When I watched it today, I went up to my room, I closed the door, and the volume was on low. This is only the second time I've seen this episode.
Really?
Because of Livy's just...
Wow.
She watched it the first time, and at that part, we just cried. She had the biggest tears, upset, leaving she couldn't, I don't know if she even finished the episode. She might have, sat, because we always, let's get conclusion for her.
Sure, yeah,
so
of
I think it
course.
was, a sitting on her lap, and, let's breathe and calm out, but she was just heartbroken.
Kudos to her for doing our
something
intro
that was
today.
created. Yeah, and shout
Because
out.
we were gonna have Miss Emily jump in there and become a pinch hitter for her, but you asked her this morning hey, would you mind? And she
Yeah.
knocked her out of the park. Like, yeah,
Then we did
okay,
say,
what
do you
is
want to
this?"
try watching it again? I was like, no. Yeah, and because she doesn't think about it now, it's that makes me sad. She's like, no, that's a bad episode. I'm
Oh
not
no, it's her
watching
Blue
it."
Mountains.
Exactly.
She can't do it.
But still, bingo, just tears, not sobbing tears or hysterical tears, or just
she's
heartbroken. And Livy just felt all of it. Again, she is my little bingo, and she also realizes that.
And you can see it's a different form. Just she's not just sad. It's
Crushed.
sadness, and there's when she says they're my rivals, it was full on this is war, and I'm going to seek revenge upon these souls. They will rue the day that they touched Stickbird.
And I do too, bingo or Bandit is letting her be sad.
Yeah.
It's not being they're just kids trying to have fun. It's okay. It's no, they can be your rivals. You don't have to be no, they're not.
That's
Letting
awesome.
her have the rage.
They're
And
they're my rivals.
they're my rivals.
Such a good line. And then he says the thing. He says it right back at her when they're walking back, and he's trying to. He grabs another stick. Oh, is this one? Of course it doesn't look like a bird. Do you think that looks like a bird, Bandit? And he says, "Cheer up, you're missing all the fun." He's trying to take
Exactly.
cards from Mom there a little bit, and it's you should know better than anyone right now. That line isn't gonna do
Diddly.
diddly or squat.
When you
for
put something beautiful in the world, it's no longer yours.
bam.
Bam, a
I
lamb.
think I read somewhere that this episode was written. I think Brum said that he wrote it in a way of how he just considers Bluey, where it's something he created and then he's put it in the world, and there's nothing you can do once it's out there, kind of stuff. And then also people were kind of relating it to the all powerful and mighty Walter Disney Plus. Taking the reins and almost trying to purchase Bluey at one point in time, and also
Could still be happening. Who knows?
Right. So there's a lot of could be meta versions of what's happening with all of it, but it's all can be taken metaphorically in so many different ways too. It could be just his job situation, and it's just dunk. I did all that, and I found this thing to be completely beautiful, and then the preteen just took it and ran away and took the one part that he liked about it and left the beauty of the sandcastle they created with it. They're mean. They're my rivals.
But on the bright side,
You gotta have
Bluey
a buddy.
hit the stick.
What's that?
Bluey hit the stick.
Bluey had the stick.
After all that practice,
That's right.
we hit the stick and we're proud.
Gotta
and we
go
wanna
tell
show
Bingo. Let's go.
Bingo not feeling it.
Nope. Boop, boop, boop.
And Bluey doesn't always get hero moments. Bluey
Truth.
sometimes is a little bit of a pain in the booty. Bluey sometimes can be a little wild and chaotic, neutral. This is some good big sister.
This is epic and also throwbacking, like you said, multiple times in this part because she brings up her buddy.
Good old Mia.
Boom.
I
Oh,
haven't
come
seen
on.
Mia since season 1, right?
Barky Boats?
Barky Boats?
I think.
But it's been a minute.
We
Either way.
have spoken about Barky Boats, that's for sure, because that was a fun one, actually. And this one, it's such a cool, quick little throwback, too, because Bingo might not know who the heck Mia is at all. And even in my head at first, she's just like, yeah, my buddy Mia. And I'm like, who the heck? I'm like, oh, and they actually, they call them their buddies, because it's just a quick little, it's just how their lives are. Just my buddy Mia taught me this thing.
This is one that, we've tried at the house, too. When the kids are upset.
Be upset and anger?
Especially with little Bingo, a.k.a. Livy.
You get it out of your ear?
Collect all your upset, all your angry, in your belly, at your ears.
You ever get water stuck in your ear, man?
Yes.
I wonder if that's how it feels when it gets like when that water releases and you're like, oh,
all that upset going.
that's the anger. That's the upset.
Then you got it all in your hands, and what are you gonna do with it?
Give it to you?
Do you want to keep it? Exactly. Like, no.
No, get away from me.
Wait for me. Gross. And then again, and this is where, again, just such a nice moment. Like, and throw it away. Not like that. Like, Mom, let's do it like Mom showed us.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
she's just
Bluey.
slinging the throwbacks on this one. She's not like she's not coming up saying what her other relatives have said, where it's just like, cheer up, come on, you're missing all. And even Band, cheer up, you're missing all. She's like, let's try this. Mia told me about this. Let's try that. But you got to throw it like Mom was teaching us before. Like, just so wholesome in that moment.
Just beautiful, like it always is. And we chuck it away, and that's all it took for Bingo. Bingo
miles.
was feeling, but he's just like, it's like, how you feel? It's like, great.
Yeah.
Like that, just
She's
like
able
a
to let
light
it go.
switch.
It's tough, man. You can't control what other people do in the world. You just gotta learn how to respond to it. And if you hold on to it and build the rage and all that kind of stuff, or you can ball it up and throw it out. 1,000,000 miles it went. I saw the splash.
I do like that was very cute too. It was like, see it, watch for the splash. You see it, there it is.
Yeah, of course.
That's great. And I do like, thanks, Blue. And Blue's like, thank Mia.
Yeah.
Like, this is, I didn't do anything. Exactly. And then Bandit doesn't race away yet.
Gives him a head start is what he does too. Like he's clicking in his mind again. Like
Taking a deep breath. Don't let this vacation get ruined. Grab
Yeah,
it all up. Take it and huck it.
super hucks it. It's got that cool drone camera angle that it zooms
Know
backwards.
who I feel real bad for?
That fish that, lands. on.
Fish that got all that anger thrown at him.
Oh no! Got shot.
Villain story
Shout
start.
out to Zach from our Patreon when we talk about Jaws. That is the beginning of Jaws. Is that fish? It just starts mutating and growing from Bandit's rage. Oh man!
But this is
Good
this is just
episode.
a nice episode. Well, it's one of the deep ones. Again, it's I think very clearly not one that's going to be a kid's favorite.
Sure.
But this is definitely one for the parents. This
Very,
is one for
it's very open air interpretation to why, but what's great about it is so vague that you can interpret it to make yourself relate to it for many different
about to say it can make it way more
Yeah.
relatable that it's
Also,
way
the,
more open.
The intro we didn't even talk about. It hits intro right away. It doesn't even do one of those like I'm gonna give you a minute of dialogue or building up the episode. It's just like this is Stickbird, buckle up.
This is Stickbird, and this was Stickbird.
Oi!
And now I got to ask you
Yes.
a very important question.
Yep.
What was your favorite thing?
Oh, that's right. We do the favorite thing first.
It's only been 2 weeks. I think I'll try weekly.
It's okay. My favorite thing today, actually, it was Bingo setting up the throwing away her garbage feelings or just the upset and anger because it allowed it showed how she was able to let that go and be able to move on, and that's where Bandit's like, oh, I could do that too. Like Bingo, you're my hero, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
she did it first. Come on, man. Let's not live in this past too long. What about you? What was your favorite thing today, man?
My favorite thing was pretty close to yours, but was Bluey's explanation, like Bluey coming over and just that big sister, because Emily gets that for Olivia a lot too, because you know, if Livy's getting down, she could be just yell at her or just walk away or roll her eyes, but she's like, let's talk about it and let's try breathing routines. Like, I learned this breathing thing, and let's breathe together. And it's nice to see. It's like, I raised a cool kid who's willing to help her little sis.
We've gotten past I'm going to find out whether or not you like pears. There's some mashed up pears, and okay, you are going potty. That's cool. Now you're like actually seeing traits truly exhibited. And
Exactly.
Like, oh,
And
you're a cool freaking kid.
Seeing kind souls emerge.
Holy
and that's
guac.
a beautiful thing.
Can't stop, won't stop. Well, with that being the case, which of those three kids that took the Stickbird is your favorite character? Who's your favorite character today?
I gave it a Bingo today.
Did you?
This, again, my heart melts for Bingo so much. And the tears aren't what got me with Bingo. It's when the screen, like you see Bandit and he sees the birds, like, oh no. And it's not even oh no of, oh, now I've got to deal with Bingo. It's like this. Oh, this is going to break her heart.
Yeah.
And then we just scan over to her and she's got the sticks and she just drops them. And that's just like her heart dropping.
Yeah.
It's like,
I have no will to carry sticks right now.
No.
Nope, I don't want to practice throwing.
I do have a will to know who your favorite character was.
My favorite character today was Bluey.
Was Bluey?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I can respect that as well.
she is living in the moment, learning how to throw. She accomplishes her goal of throwing, so she's super proud of herself. She wants to go tell bingo, but as opposed to being like, "You're not paying attention. I just knocked the thing over. It was so rad. You should have been there." It was like, "Oh, what's up?" And she takes things that she's learned from other people and applies it to a real life situation, and it helps somebody else. Like 10 out of 10. Big sister, not doing anything, and not even taking the credit for it at the end of it either. Where it's like, "Don't thank me, thank Mia." Like, deuces, let's run. I'll race you. Like, so rad. Come on. Oh,
No, Rad wasn't in this episode.
what's that?
Rad wasn't in this episode.
Oh, that's right.
He's in the oil rig. Or on his honeymoon. So then how do you rank
Yes.
this episode of Bluey?
I'm going to rank this one double major in college for bingo in botany and ornithology, the study of birds and the study of plants.
Beautiful.
She's going to be so smart and just duck cake and stick birds. Oh, I love it so much. All right, Greg, is it possible today? Click. To rank episode 145. Click. That had a really rad WikiBluey synopsis today. Proud of whatever was put out there. How do you rank Stickbird?
I rank this episode 3 lifelong rivals. These kids are toast.
Just going to go John Wick on them.
Oh, gosh. Thank you, everybody. Plug a clock.
That's
Link
right.
tree.
That's what time it is.
/ Watching Bluey. Link tr.ee / Watching Bluey.
Oh, man.
Merch, Patreons, all that. Hickledy-pickledy fun stuff.
And you darn right, we are going to show up and do a Patreon in March. We are here for. We're
Should
going
be
to
out next week.
Make it happen.
It'll be
for you.
beautiful.
Gosh, golly.
T-Public, Cameo, all that stuff.
We're still there.
WatchingBluey@gmail.com. Reach out. Also, you can reach out to us on the Bandit Burner.
You can.
I forgot what what's that phone number again?
315-715-8551.
Two bandits.
We
had a
Ooh. I don't take this anymore. Oh no.
You go.
We
You do
melted
it.
into one. We've gotten text messages lately.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you've seen them too?
I did.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, the person that said they love the bracket episodes, her name is ASA. I don't want to mispronounce it. I'm going to
Asa?
say Asa. That's what I was going to go. Okay, cool. So shout out to Asa. Did you get another one too? Did you?
I think did we?
We did. It's okay. It's Samuel from Georgia. Shout out Samuel. He said, random and slightly weird question, which is almost ironic given our current circumstance of the bi-weekly, tri-weekly, whatever the heck we've been doing. But they say, what time and day of the week do you normally record episodes? Question just popped in my head, and I just thought it would be interesting to ask. Wish you all the best.
Well, we typically record
yes.
on Friday afternoons. However, work being what it is, this has kind of turned into weekend record sessions now, just because Mike and myself are getting busier in our prime jobs.
Oy vey.
Not we don't work for Prime.
No,
we don't like energy drinks.
No, not at all.
But as of right now, we are recording at 1 p.m. on Sunday.
Typically was 1 p.m. Friday was our consistent thing, but again, life's crazy. So, but
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern
USA.
Standard Time, of course, absolutely.
Speaking of Samuel, though,
Yes,
we
and
also, I'm not sure if it's the same Samuel or a different Samuel.
this one's from Georgia. Is that one from Georgia?
I've got his.
I'm kidding. You're good. It's okay.
Does not say.
That's okay.
But it does.
Shout out to-
much love from Georgia. Yes.
Boom shakalaka.
So same. This is great. Samuel actually wrote an essay for his
rad.
AP English class, English Literature and Composition, on Bluey, specifically on Kelly's book.
That's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Holy full circles here.
Very cool. It is a lengthy essay, more
Nice.
than I have the ability to read on this podcast right now.
I'm looking
But
forward
it
to
was
checking it
very well written, very well put together.
Heck yeah.
So well done, Samuel.
I look forward to reading
if,
that.
And if I have any influence here, A+.
Ooh.
Plus.
Whoa, extra credit?
Exactly. Extra credit for being awesome. Also, Samuel, I believe I could probably just click reply to this email, but I'm going to do it right here. See if you're still listening. It looks like you also at some point sent us a email about the red strings that we keep talking about and the crazy conspiracy boards.
Oh, my.
And I don't know how, but it looks like we missed it. I tried to click the drive that you shared us with it, and it didn't exist anymore.
Oh, no.
If you still have that red string thing,
Oh,
shoot it our
man.
way.
Oh, man.
If you're still listening to this late in the podcast, which I hope you are, because we're saying nice things about you.
Anybody and everybody that puts in any sort of additional effort
On
things that we
on
do
October
is-
27th, 2024, sent us conspiracy board Apple Notes in progress. So if it's even more in progress, Also, let us know how to find our Spotify notes. So, Samuel, you are clearly
you teach
awesome.
us?
Yeah, third bandit here, basically.
We're always willing to have an additional band to hang out with us while we do these kind of crazy things.
Always.
Come on. Let's see. I'm clicking the link he sent. Let me see if your technology skills are.
While we're doing that, I'll take a look to see what we have. Any reviews? I'm not sure if you have a Spotify pulled up.
I always do.
But I believe
by
we
saying
had-
that, I also mean like not available for the note. They stopped sharing it. I apologize for our delay on that, Samuel.
I might have said this last time. I can't remember, but we had one from Aria saying, "Can you please do the minisodes of Bluey?" We have the third round of minisodes. We were talking a little bit earlier. We kind of forgot that we hadn't done that one. So next week? Question mark. Next week, Aria.
Heck yeah.
Minisode Part 3 coming live.
I have one new comment that came through from our episode of Relax, and it says, "Hey, TB." Obviously, Two Bandits. I like that. I like the abbreviation. Love the show. Keep it up. That one came from Finn, Finn with 2 N's. Quality name. If I do say so
Whoa.
myself.
Could it be?
Well, I don't know. If my son somehow snuck into my Spotify app and left and somehow created his own Spotify account, no, I'm gonna say
It's a different Finn.
there's
Balor?
there's another Finn in the world. Finn
Balor.
McCool.
Finn Balor. And lastly,
Oh, geez, here we are.
and most
Is-
importantly,
Honestly, it out of everything we do in the entire episode, this is very high on my important list. If I
if
need,
you need to escape and relax
Okay.
and have a good old time, maybe
Did you
make
look
your
up
own
an
Stickbird.
Airbnb,
Why don't you go check out Currimundi Lake?
Yeah.
Whether you're just heading out for a day
Plug in
trip
the
to the
lake.
Sunshine Coast or planning on spending a few days at Currimundi Lake, there's so much beauty to be had and fun to enjoy with your whole family in these glistening waters and between the shady trees. There truly is something for everyone. Nature lovers can enjoy a picnic with a view. Kids can splash in the shallows. Meanwhile, adventurers can explore also to their heart's content. These are just some ideas to tick off your to-do list when visiting this beautiful area.
Not a word about
Sunshine Coast Getaways.com
Ooh, Sunshine Coast.
.au /
Oh my God.
Currimundi Beach. So if we wanted to go spend a long weekend there, if we decide not to do the wine weekend trip we were talking
Okay,
about,
sure.
and we go out there,
Yep.
the low cost of 702 Aussie dollar bucks for a 2-bedroom beachside apartment. Let's go.
2 nights.
2 nights, $700 bucks, Aussie style. I'm gonna click book now. Know why?
It is $442 American.
Good deal. I
That's
think
not
I should.
too.
I should book it. You know why, Mike?
That's
It's gotta be done.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's gotta be done.